All right, so this was the warm up for today. Go ahead and give this a try, and then feel free to send me your attempt at the solution for feedback. Now, the focus of this particular lesson was interpreting slope fields. So example 1 says this. Consider the slope field shown in the figure. What can you conclude about the nature of the differential equation? So just take a moment and I want you to observe the slope field. All right, so what I want you to notice is a couple of things. I want you to notice the shape if we follow the flow of the field. And I want you to notice that the shape goes up and down and up, right? So it follows this almost cubic shape. Now, remember, the slope field shows the solution, meaning the differential equation would be the derivative of that particular solution. So if we look at this, we'll note that the slope field appears to follow a cubic path. Right? Now, since the slope field follows a cubic path, we imagine then that our differential equation, our dy dx, is likely the derivative of a cubic or quadratic. Now, we notice a couple of other things. We notice that if we look across as x changes, we can see that the slope in fact changes with x. But then if we look down as y changes, that the slopes are all the same in each of those columns. Therefore, we conclude that our differential equation, our dy dx, does not depend on y. So recognizing those things, how do we choose which differential equation is associated with the slope field? Now, once again, we said that it does not depend on y. That one depends on y. Does not depend on y. B depends on y. Does not depend on y. D depends on y. We also noticed that it was likely a quadratic, and we can see here that this, option C, does not depend on y and is in fact a quadratic. So this is our most likely differential equation. All right, now let's look at another one. Which of the following differential equations could have the slope field shown in the figure? So once again, we're going to take a look and see if we observe anything. Now, when we look, we'll notice that as x changes, the slope changes. As y changes, the slope also changes. Therefore, we know it cannot be C because C only depends on y. Next, we recognize that the slopes in the first quadrant, when we have positive x's and positive y's, are all negative. And therefore it cannot be A because when we square values for x and y, that would force all the slopes to be positive. Therefore we're left with either B or D. Now we notice, like I said before, that for our positive quadrant, the answer comes out negative. Therefore, it cannot be B because if we had positive, it would not come out negative. Therefore, our slope field must be represented by the differential equation on D. dy dx is negative x over y. Now, go ahead and try these problems associated with this lesson.